Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Ritt. I'm an artist and a tarot reader, and today's reading feels very exciting. It feels as if we are, well, the word that's coming to me is aligned. It feels like we're aligned in our intention, and there's a lot of fire, and the fire element is exciting because it speaks to adventure and creativity and passion and newness and all of that good stuff. And also our intuitive knowing. Fire and water both do that. But here it's like we're surrounded by fire. And I'm seeing it in the past, in the present, in the future. Yeah, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of excitement. Yeah, it's interesting. So I'll start with the past position here. Here you have Page of Rods or Wands. Rods and wands are the same. They're the fire element. Page is young energy, so there is that feeling of beginning. And he's reversed here. It feels as if we've envisioned a new direction for ourselves, right? But here in the present, this is Ace of Wands. Here we're actually beginning something. So yeah, interesting, because in a different reading, I might think that this was a beginning that involved more action, but the way it's translating to me here, it's like we've begun something. Maybe a vision has come to us, several visions. We've started moving in this new direction. I think maybe it's not accurate to say with our minds, because air is more about that mental energy, but I feel like we've had visions come to us. We've maybe found ourselves taking small actions that have led us in new directions. And then there's this big official beginning. This is the way this energy, what's definitely what aces are known for, that feeling of powerful beginnings. And I am thinking again of that wonderful site Tarot Teachings that I love so much and that I've learned so much from, but aces as beginnings. Here you have this young energy that speaks to, it's almost like it's like the vision before the action. Maybe this is a little bit more about action. Fire feels action-oriented energy. Anyway, feels like action-oriented energy anyway. But here again, it just feels like this is the official marker of really beginning something. And then you have the Lovers, which this energy is paired with. This is actually Gemini energy, which does go back to air. And here, the feeling I'm getting, so this is Major Arcana, part of the cards. So these cards always pack a punch. And Lovers is about so many things that surround love, but also choice. Also that Gemini energy of duality. And 6 is the number of balance. 6 and 2 both speak to balance. 6 in particular focuses on harmony. And the way this reads to me is that whatever we're beginning, there is a harmony there. There's an alignment there. And I know that I always bring up Abraham Hicks. Abraham talks extensively about the concept of alignment. So when we are in tune with our higher selves, when we are fully present in our whatever intention we're putting forward, that's kind of a way to think about alignment. When we are at our most powerful because our intention is pure and centered within itself. That's alignment. So this, to me, it feels like whatever we're beginning, there's a harmony to that, and there's a power in that, and there's a maybe even a celebration of that, which is very, very cool. You know, this is joyful energy. This is, I want to say, us at our most self-realized. I know self-actualization, that's a term. But yeah, we're realizing powerful things for ourselves, and we're at a new starting point there. There's a new sense of, well, the image I'm getting is that somebody firing off the starting gun at a race. You know, it's big beginning, big flourish of a beginning here. And also, again, our intentions, maybe that's the way I should put it, our intentions are aligned. There's a harmony in that. Gemini is also very communicative, so there's a power in our ability to communicate what we're putting forward, what we're putting out there into the world. That's really cool, you know? Also, because Lovers is choice, interesting that choice is not the first thing that's coming to me here. Harmony is, but for some of us, there may also be that element of being able to choose from an intuitive, fiery place. You know, it may be that because we are aligned, so too are whatever choices involved in what we're beginning here. You know, it's all lining up in a really beautiful, powerful way. And then going forward, you have even more fire. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. So here you have 3 of Wands, and this is a card about venturing forward yet again. So it's almost like there are these different phases to these new adventures that we are in the process of beginning. There's kind of like the preconception or the visualization. You know, I mean, something powerful has been envisioned here. And then there's the actual beginning, right? And then there's yet another leg of the journey. Now, I recognize too that other people have pointed this out. I know Chris at Minopond points this out. There's also this theme of waiting and waiting for something to materialize. And it makes sense in keeping with that other element of being on the precipice of venturing forward as well, you know? So it's almost like here's where all the action is at, and that's really exciting. And then we're going to be reaching a new phase where we, you know, it's like this energy here, this starting point, it's going to inform even more going forward. And 3 is also the number of communication, which gets me all excited about that, because I think about dialogue and the adventure that can happen through dialogue, you know, and the passion involved in communication alone, you know, as a theme here. So the way this person's back is to us, they are looking out toward the future, and there is that element of anticipating the next part of the journey forward. And that's exciting too. But here we are right in the middle, you know, just revving our engines, feeling really good about whatever we're starting. And that is awesome, you know? And then the artwork that I pulled is also interesting. The message I'm getting here, this has come up in, in other contexts. But here it just feels like there is a lot in motion. And there's a lot informing that motion, you know? This energy. Blue, I'm thinking of throat chakra here, and white. There's just that kind of that higher calling. It's like, even as there's a lot going on here, we're building something solid for ourselves, and there's something higher, and this goes right back to those Abraham teachings. There's something higher that is kind of orchestrating all of this motion for us as well. It's like, maybe it's that the pieces are starting to fall into place, and even as there's a lot of them, there's a harmony within their motion, you know, and there's both a solidity, which is a little bit maybe contradictory because there's so many little pieces here, but it feels like there's a solidity even as there's a fluidity and a motion forward. There's also just this feeling that whatever we're building could be very solid, could be lasting, could be a piece of something else that's lasting. You know, I mean, it's always going to be moving forward, but yeah, there's power in this, even as there's also this kind of this fragmented feeling. There's a lot in motion, and there's a lot kind of propelling that motion as well. And then, oh, and as I was interpreting this one, my elbow stuck to this one, which is an interesting sign. So I also feel like there's this message to kind of reference these in relation to one another. It may also be that feeling of, yeah, the kind of ethereal quality of information coming to us, right? And then in order that we can start to build something more solid from those pieces. So that's also an interesting piece of this reading, you know? And then here also, there is a centeredness here. I always come back to the centeredness and that feeling of psychic antenna. You know, it's like we're tuning to our passion and we're receiving divine inspiration. And once again, that message of we're surrounded in love. You know, we are taking the initiative, and also we're not alone in what we're doing. We are divinely guided. So this is a very, very exciting reading, and I hope that you all have a wonderful time of it going forward. I hope that each of you in your own way get to experience the creative joy and passion that I'm picking up on in this reading that's so exciting. And for anyone interested, please check out my Patreon link, because that is also a wonderful way to support me and to support this channel. And yeah, I hope that you all have a wonderful day and happy creating. Bye for now.